Well, good afternoon, Veronica here. Now, this is a bit different than what you've just heard, and I'm continuing my nostalgia travels. So today, I'm remembering the coal men delivering our coal. The image of men covered in coal dust, the bright white of their teeth and eyes standing out against everything black, their backs bent over with the weight of the sack of coal they carried. I think of my great-grandfather who was tragically killed whilst working down the pit, a dangerous job. And of course the iconic image of the steel tower and the wheel that operated the lift that dominated the skyline, particularly in where I lived. I can see it now in my mind. The history of the coalmen in Lancashire, UK is fascinating and provides a glimpse into a bygone era where coal was the nation's primary fuel. So, let's explore their work and life. Coalmen were a common sight on British streets during that time. Their job was to deliver coal into household and businesses. However, their work extended beyond mere delivery. It was physically demanding and financially challenging, yet it had its moments of camaraderie and laughter. Coalmen worked on delivery lorries, where they were expected to load and deliver approximately 10 tonnes of coal each day in 2 loads. To ensure the right weight of coal, they used a set of scales called the Iron Man. These scales were 5 feet high and about 2 feet wide, equipped with hooks to hold the sacks where they were being filled. The filled sacks were then taken up a set of steps called a dole and placed on a lorry. Small bags called riders and pups were placed on top of the larger sacks. Loading the lorry was a seasonal task. In winter, the workload was particularly challenging due to the cold and dark conditions. Coalmen started their day early, often arriving at the coal yard around 6 a.m. while it was still dark. They received a ticket indicating their day's work, which typically included loading and delivering various types of coal, which included 2 tonnes of large coal, 2 tonnes of nuts, a tonne of coalite, half to 1 tonne of another type of coal, possibly what was known as nutty slack, a cheaper product which predominantly more coal dust, which helped burn slower. The bagging and loading process included teamwork. One coalman would place an empty bag on the scale. The other would shovel coal from the appropriate heap into the bag. When the scale showed the full hundredweight, they would lift the bag onto their mate's back. Bags were stacked on the delivery lorry known as the tray, and this hard work happened before breakfast. After breakfast, they set out on the lorry to make deliveries, sometimes even going into houses, upstairs and down the alleyways, to tip coal into garden bunkers. The Lancashire coalfield, once an important British coalfield, played a significant role in the nation's industrial history. However, in 1947, when the coal industry was nationalised, there was only 108 collieries in Lancashire. Following the Great Smog of London, 1952, legislation followed with the Clean Air Act of 1956, concentrating on largely populated areas becoming smoke-free environments. Coalmen, however, were still able to continue their trade delivering smokeless fuels such as coke. As we became aware of the benefits, alternative methods of heating and power were introduced, leading to the eventual demise of the coal industry. Today there are no active collieries in the region. The last 5 pits to close were Colburn 1986, Ashcroft 1990, Sutton Manor 1991, Bickershaw 1992 and Parkside 1993. The memories of coalmen endure though, reminding us of their hard work, resilience and the vital role they played in keeping homes warm during a coal-dependent era.